Guys, I was not expecting Sean Matsuda to win the poll, Lil genuinely. Y'all really wanted to see, bro. I truly enjoy everything about Street Fighter 3, specifically Third Strike, so I'm actually really excited to make this video. Here we go!
You are watching
From being one of the strongest characters in the series once upon a time to actually not appearing in any Street Fighter series after the Third Strike, we take a look at Sean Matsuda, an iconic character of the Street Fighter series, as he became the first Black Shoto. And it's a shame, honestly, looking at the modern landscape of things. It's easy to argue that Sean should be occupying the face of the franchise role that Luke holds right now, especially given the decades of lore backing his claim. And in this video, we will discuss said lore, his impact in the Street Fighter community, and how he has become a misused product of the Street Fighter series. The Street Fighter series was supposed to introduce a new generation of fighters in this verse. No more Ryu, no more Ken, no more Chun-Li, the main characters of the game, gone. It was meant to be a completely new cast. Unfortunately, due to time constraints, they weren't able to complete the cast completely. With the dev team at Capcom getting stuck at developing Hugo for the first game, they quickly designed Sean Matsuda, who, if you obviously couldn't tell, is just a reskin of Ken. Same moves, same drip, same sprites, literally just a head swap. They barely had to do anything. The only main difference is that he has a yellow gi and that he is black. Sean's inclusion also becomes obsolete when they eventually put Ryu and Ken in this game anyway. I don't know. Sean Matsuda was born in Brazil to a Japanese man, Yuichiro Matsuda, and a Brazilian woman, Brenda Matsuda, hence the Japanese surname. Nigga, this is Kazuya Mishima with a mustache. Mr. Doria himself. You try to fool me. Sean was brought up by two siblings, his oldest sibling Fabio Matsuda and his older sister Laura Matsuda, who, if you weren't aware of, is actually a playable character in Street Fighter V. His grandfather Kenjiro Matsuda migrated from Japan, working at a farm, and instilled a fighting style within his family known as the Matsuda Jujutsu, the fighting style that Sean's sister Laura uses. But Sean was just like, nah, fuck the Matsuda style, whatever that shit is called. I'm gonna do my own thing. And he literally uses something completely different, which we will get to in a bit, so stay tuned. I'm not too sure if this was intentional or not, but I really do like the fact that Sean is half Brazilian and half Japanese, as the Japanese are actually one of the highest ethnic groups in Brazil with over 2 million people, meaning nationality wise, you can find someone like Sean quite easily. I'm not lying, by the way. I remember I had a classmate back in kindergarten when I was growing up in Brazil. His name was Matthew Kurosaki. That's a sick name. That's Ichigo's cousin right there. Though Sean makes his first appearance in Street Fighter 3, chronologically, Street Fighter 5 takes place before Street Fighter 3. So we will cover his events in Street Fighter 5 first, before going into Street Fighter 3. Ya feel me? In the Shadow Falls storyline, Sean was seen playing video games in the public staircase. The game starts to jam and glitch up. Suddenly, Sean was confronted by Fed, this weird looking nigga right here. Bro, that ass looked like Squidward's house in the face, low-key. It looked like a bug. Oh my goodness. Let me stop, let me show. A fan confronts a shocked Sean wondering where a chess piece that the Matsuda family household had. Luckily for Sean, he was saved by Ken, Chun-Li, and Cammy. Those three request the chess piece from Sean himself, but the young Brazilian is hesitant to give it away. Eventually, his sister Laura comes out of nowhere and starts to tease him. Golly, what a body, Jesus Christ. She bad. She really bad. She buff too. Damn. Laura then confronts Ken until Sean lets her know that they are indeed the good guys. I can't take this dude seriously, bruh. He really got the sign skin on top of his head. That shit moving crazy. The motions are even the same. I just made the assumption that Sean was genuinely infatuated by Ken's ability in Street Fighter V, that he begged him to train him until he said yes. Now, I totally understand if you expected Sean to stick with the Matsuda Jiu-Jitsu style, considering it's basically in his DNA, but bro was like, nah, fuck all that. Give me that Untoskin style. Give me what Ken got. Ken has gotten really busy being a dad and a husband, and now Sean's teacher, so to ease the strain of the family life on his friend Ryu, because, you know, they have been having a little bit of an iffy relationship, Ken invites Ryu to a Japanese hot spring resort, and he also brings Sean along, but intentionally leaves him alone to test his skills in the real street fight. That's why he's in Street Fighter 3, by the way, y'all. because Ken just left them in the middle of nowhere. Ken does this solely to test how he would survive in these survival of the fittest scenarios. Sean enters the World Warrior Tournament again to prove to Ken that he is indeed a worthy student, but loses. Ken was like, you know what, bro? Go find Ryu and don't come back until you beat him. This nigga Ken is such a terrible sensei. You're setting him up against the main character of the series. This nigga has infinite plot armor. Come on, man. Can you at least teach him how to do Hadouken properly or something? Come on, man. He finds Ryu and fights him, losing 3 times. Ryu eventually is like, gang, what the fuck are you doing? Did Ken send you here? And Sean was like, I'll never lose. And then he loses again. After he loses for the final time, he quits and decides to train by himself for a whole year. In Street Fighter 3rd Strike, Sean believes he can join the US Martial Arts Tournament because of all the training that he did after fighting Ryu. Remember? Because, you know, he was training for a whole year. Ken actually tells him his fighting ability is quite embarrassing, that he won't last in the tournament. Ken also tells Sean to develop his own style instead of just imitating him. By the way, y'all, that is literally Sean's fighting style. It literally is just imitating Ken. Sean is actually shown to have won this tournament in his ending in Street Fighter 3rd Strike. He's so happy, celebrating like a merman. He can't believe he won the tournament and is now at the same level as Ken. Only for this to be a dream.
Oh! Somebody! Oh! He needs some milk!
Bro was actually knocked the fuck out by his opponent in the qualifying rounds. In the qualifying rounds! This nigga is trash. Why did they have to give this nigga a jigaboo ass lips though? Like, this was not necessary. Bro, this dude stay losing. He might actually be worse than Macaulay at this Jabra shit, bro. He might actually be worse than them. Ken actually decides to take revenge in the tournament, joins and wins the whole thing, which I don't know if it connects, but if you guys remember the video I made on Alan Schneider, which you probably don't because some of you guys are newer, he also participates in this tournament, meaning these two worlds can actually coincide. Who knows? Sean wears a sleeveless yellow gi with red gloves and a black belt. As he is a basketball player for his school team, he's often carrying a basketball with him. As a Brazilian fighter with dark skin, he stands out with his unique black dreadlocks and shaved sides. Wait a minute. Was this nigga the first person to rock the Killmonger cut? Did he just pull a Soldier Boy? Huh? Cause it's low-key the same hairstyle. It's just not combed over to the side. Somebody give Sean his royalties. Sean's fighting style is definitely one of the weirdest in the game. It's not karate or more specifically Unsatsuken based. It's literally just imitating Ken. Meaning he saw Ken fight a few times, started doing them on his own without any training, and now that's his fighting style. Even though his literal family has a fighting style that is passed down through generations. Gameplay wise, he is a Shoto, and his moveset is very similar to both Ryu and Ken's. His Hado burst moves a lot faster than Ryu and Ken's Hadouken as well. His Shoryuken is basically the same as theirs as well. His Tatsumaki uses both legs instead of spinning it by itself, but he does have his own moves that are unique to him, like the Ryu Kyaku, his rushing tackle, and the ability to shoot a basketball. Two things that both Ryu and Ken don't do. I do feel some of these unique moves make up for the lack of experience that he has as a Shoto, which is a very nice touch to his lore. Sean was quite fun to use in both Street Fighter 3 New Generation and Street Fighter 3 Second Impact. In fact, he was generally the best character in Second Impact. But for some reason, they completely nerfed him in 3rd Strike. I mean, my goodness. I remember not knowing anything about that game when I first played it, and I was like, yo, this nigga is truly awful in this game. My two theories are that Capcom didn't really know how to properly balance the game, or his weakness was just a play on his character, which, let's not lie, he is a jobber. Not as bad as Macaulay, but he's up there. He be losing all the time. I also just love the fact that he hates being compared to Dan. Like, they're like, yo, you know you remind me of Dan. And you're there like, he's like, hell nah, don't compare me to that bum. I'm like, yo, bro, this is like on a homeless man calls no the homeless man a broke ass nigga. So Sean was only a playable character in the Street Fighter 3 series. He does make a couple of cameos elsewhere. We obviously know that his small yet important role in the Street Fighter 5 story, but he has other appearances. He makes a brief appearance in Marvel vs. Capcom 1 in Ryu's pre-fight intro alongside Ken. He also appears in Ryu's ending, you know, because they want to train or whatever. Sean also, for some reason, has his own mobile game known as Sean's Basket, released in 2001. There's no gameplay footage I could find online for this. There probably is, I just have to look harder. But this looks like a Flash game concept. You know, you just aim the basketball to the hoop. Pretty simple stuff, but it's kind of cool that he had his own game though. Not many characters can say that. I love how well researched he is when it comes to Brazilian culture, specifically with the stages, the car crash and the melons on the floor. It's something that would happen in there. You know, this area specifically feels more urban Brazilian than Rio-like, so I wouldn't be surprised if this was supposed to be like a play on Sao Paulo, basically the New York of Brazil. And speaking of New York, did you know that Sean was actually supposed to be a foundational black American like Kimberly, Mike, and Balrog? Sean actually was American during the development of Street Fighter 3, and even mentioned to be American in the manual until some last minute changes made him Brazilian. Originally, Sean was from America, Elena was from Brazil. However, to ensure the group felt more globally diverse, their roles were shifted once Alex was confirmed as the primary American representative. Look at the white man just stealing the black man's power. Sean's stage in Street Fighter 3 New Generations is also set in New York. It does make sense though, given Ken was the one training him and his infatuation with basketball. Like, let's be real, basketball is popular in Brazil, yes, but it's not soccer. I truly enjoy having Sean as a character. It might be the fact that I just love Street Fighter Third Strike. However, I do think he should have had a primary role in Street Fighter 6. I may be one of the sole believers that think that he should have gotten the role that Luke got. Street Fighter 6 is very similar to Street Fighter 3 in a way in which the whole bringing in a new generation of fighters to the fray, it's a different generation of time, and a good way to keep the connection with that series will be to bring Sean, someone who has that Street Fighter Third Strike swagger, you know? It connects the old Street Fighter players with the new ones. Not only is he a student of the game, but a student of one of the greatest martial artists in this verse. Imagine a world with Sean Matsuda, Kimberly, Luke, and just to sweeten it up, Sakura. That will genuinely make for a world-class story. That's the epitome of the future generation. I do understand the hesitation though. Sean's a Shoto, and we already have 3 of them in the game, so it would be kind of redundant to include him as well. And also, he's not really a good character anyways. However, I wouldn't be against mixing a little bit of the Matsuda Jiu-Jitsu with the Katsuken, or sorry, the Ken imitation fighting style. Also, very random, but having 2 black MCs would have been cool as fuck, but I just know a certain crowd of people wouldn't have liked that. You know who you are. At the end of the day, his legacy is low-key kind of cooked because he is the prodigy that never became. He has some iconic titles. He is the first black Shoto, and he's the second Brazilian to appear in the game. And the fact that he's black is cool too. But when it comes to him as a character, he's just a jobber. So yeah. Sean, I hope he makes a return soon though. I really hope that the Capcom devs look at Sean and be like, hey, we can definitely work with this guy, because I genuinely think that he would fit perfectly in Street Fighter 6. Hey. Wait, is it gone? I haven't had a camera on this channel for a while. It's been a few months, I think, right? I think since the update video I made in the end of last year. Welcome, y'all. What's up? Couple of things I want to let you guys know. So, first of all, I want to say thank you for everyone that subscribed to the channel in these past few months with the videos that I've been dropping. I've noticed that February has been one of my better months when it comes to my video making statistics. A lot of you guys seem to tune in during February time period, you know, black characters and stuff like that. I really appreciate that, and that's the type of crowd I want to bring in to the channel, you know. But with that in mind, making those videos are not easy. I know it doesn't look as difficult to edit these videos, but from the research and making sure everything flows properly and putting in the jokes and stuff, it takes a while. And you know, with doing that, this is something I do for fun. It's not like a job for me. It does take some time. So like I said, I really appreciate you guys showing the support and love for this type of content, because this stuff, although it seems easy, it's not as easy as it is. So thank you so much for that. And you know, if you haven't subscribed, you know, thank you for subscribing. Thanks for tuning in. We're very close to 4K. And I can't wait to reach that threshold. But I came here for updates. Second thing now is the channel challenge. I had a challenge where I was going to upload 100 videos in this channel by the end of the year. I'm in March and I've uploaded 9. With this video, it will be 10 videos in this channel. And if I want to make good quality content, there's no way I can upload 100 videos on this channel. It's just literally impossible. So I'm gonna try to spread that challenge out throughout shorts, gaming videos, and videos on this channel. So it'll be all 3 of them. So I'll see how that goes. I'll probably make a video updating it better. I know I feel like I'm kind of letting y'all down, but like just physically, with the job and everything, I just can't do it. If this was my full time, I will definitely lock in and try to challenge myself, but it's not. This is something I do for fun, so I'm gonna have to slow down on that just to take a a little bit of a slowdown on the video consistency here. And with that as well, another bit of sad news, I will be taking a little bit of a break from this channel. Right, not for too long. It's not gonna be like a month or whatever, probably like a week or two, just to kind of like refresh and restart again. I'm kind of like burning out a little bit. This video was supposed to go up last week and I just finished it today, so I'm just trying to catch up with everything. It's been a lot, so I'm going to take a little bit of a break, maybe like a week or two, just to sit back and relax and, you know, try to freshen up with ideas, and probably be focusing a little bit more on the gaming channel, which, if you don't know, it's That Guy Bry XP. I'll leave a link in the bio or in the description. Yeah, I think we'll see how that goes over there. Like, the goal of that channel is to play games, all types of games. So just tune in, see what's going on out there, you know. And, you know, you never know. You might go in there and be like, hey, I fuck with this dude heavy, so I'm gonna stay here for the gaming channel, you feel me? So yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm tired as fuck, bro. Dang, bro. But basically, that's it for the video. Thank y'all for tuning in for this video, for the Sean video. Let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on him. Should he come back to Street Fighter 6? I think he should. I think he should have been in the game from the beginning, but he should be a DLC character, hopefully. Thank y'all so much. Love y'all. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe. Bye.